What's up, guys? Joey here, your INFP YouTube guy who talks about ideas, who intuits all over the place, and you know has a good time doing it. So thank you for tuning in to the channel for another video. And if you're new, please stick around because I'd love to hear what you have to say about this wonderful topic, which is emotional boundaries and silencing the inner self-critic. Okay, introverted feeling healthy, introverted feeling unhealthy. That's what this is about. It's about how can we see the world in a way that is free of psychological stress, depressions, anxiety, these types of things that plague so many INFPs, so many normal people as well. Normal people. So what's going on there? I would argue we need to look at it in light of emotional boundaries with others. You know, as introverted feelers, as sensitive types, we can easily take on the feelings of others, right? We can very easily begin to identify with those types of things. But then, how do we feel? How do we feel? Now, we need to have a sense of the self in relation to the other as this beautiful sort of reciprocal exchange where there's a stable sense of Joey in relation to, I'll call you Bob right now, whoever you are, whatever your name is. It's great to have you. Insert name. How are you doing today? I might ask you. Perhaps you're not sure how you're doing. You need to know how you're doing. And the idea here is developing self-awareness and then feeling safe physiologically, psychologically, psychosomatically, safe enough to be authentic with the other person without losing oneself through enmeshment. You can Google that, enmeshment. It's really a psychological term relating to this lack of a boundary. Or on the other hand, we have a passive sort of enmeshment where we don't assert ourselves. We don't act. We don't tell people how we feel, but we hold it all in. Hold it all in. This is something that I think type 9s struggle with. Now, I know most of my viewers, I think, are 4s, 5-wing 4s. I think most INFPs are the individualistic type, which means that you identify heavily with how you feel. And I'll tell you what, that's a beautiful thing when healthy. Am I right? You know what I'm talking about. Because you can present such an array of emotion to the world that is good, that is healing. I love my 4s. I don't have enough. So 4s, stick around. But the point to be made here is that 4s, 9s, most INFPs fall into these two dichotomies, can, due to their deep-seated empathy, take on the emotions of others in some sense and then criticize themselves, become self-critical with introverted feeling, and then fall into that FI, introverted sensation loop, where they're failing to explore the possibilities. They're living in fear. They're not creating the way that they should be. And they're not acting. They're not doing. They're not asserting the self for the 9. And then they're not grounding their feelings in something that's real, something that isn't emotion, And to identify heavily with how you feel is to lose oneself. Okay. Remember, I'm saying whole, to identify the whole thing. All of you, if all of you is hopelessness, then 10 minutes later all of you is joy or happiness, I would argue that's not real joy. First of all, but that isn't any way to live, because we must direct our lives through self-awareness, through developing a healthy emotional boundary. So what do we do? How do we develop a healthy emotional boundary as INFPs? Well, we detach in a healthy way. We detach and we reframe things. We create a narrative, we journal, we write, we reflect, and we detach with a sense of love and compassion towards ourselves. And we understand that we are worthy of, for the 9, taking action. We're worthy. We can do things well. We can feel good about who we are without being prideful in the same sense. For the 4, oh, well, maybe I'm not how I feel, you know? Maybe I can use my sensitivity in a way that's productive, that is hopeful rather than hopeless, through creating beautiful works of art or being a healer in some capacity. So I hope you enjoyed the topic of the video on introverted feeling as healthy or unhealthy, and self-criticism and emotional boundaries. It's so interesting to me because these emotional cues are unconscious, but we can draw our awareness to them and we can change our lives for the better. So thanks for joining me. If you liked what I had to say and want to see additional videos on topics like these, subscribe and like the video, because that would be really wonderful. And I want to meet and communicate with more of you and expand the people that I can talk to and relate to, because we're not alone in this world. Do not forget it. Tell me what you think below if you want to comment. I love your comments. I'm going to try and get around to always responding. Extroverted intuition all over the place. Take care, guys.